everyone, I'm coming on with a quick tutorial on how to make these elf or fairy shoes that I made for Torrida. First thing I did was draw around her foot. So I stand her on a piece of paper. You can see she's only got 4 little toes, look. She's got the big toe there, then 3 little toes. I think she's so delightful. So roughly draw around her foot, quite close to her foot, but not right next to it. There we go. So that's the shape of the sole of her foot, and we need to round that off, and we need to add a seam allowance. So just draw an oval shape around it like that, and I've added a little seam allowance as well there. Once you've sewn that together with the upper part of the shoe, it will fit her without being too baggy or too tight. And when you cut them out, you'll fold your material like this and cut out 2. Then you'll have a left and a right. For the top of the shoe, I drew around her foot again. You have to allow, let's see if I can do, lift your leg up, babe. So I'm allowing a bit of seam allowance at the bottom here. You have to allow for the fabric to come around to the back of her heel. And so we want it to come to here. That'll come to the middle of her heel. And then we need to add a seam allowance. So I'm going to go to there. And then at the front, again, we want it to come to here. And so we need to add a little seam allowance like so. And we want it to come up and over like this. And I've put a little curl on mine like that, and then across. There we go. So I'll bring that up a bit more. So I'll bring that up a bit more, and then I'll join it like this. And I cut mine out of felt. So yeah, you can do your curly bit on the front however you want. You can go up higher. You can go not in so far if you wanted to just go like that. You know, just a little curl like that. You could curl it even further over. It's up to you, however you want to do it. We cut this out of felt, and this bit here we place on the fold. Place this bit here on the fold, so that when you wrap this around the sole of your foot and stitch it on, the seam will be at the back, not at the front. So once your pattern's made, cut it out. Remember as well that once you stitch this, it will be smaller, the little curved bit that you do. Do it however you want. Once you've cut it out and you've got it as a pattern, you know, just alter it to be how you want it to be. So that's the upper part. And this is the sole. And now I'm going to cut it out of fabric. So I'm using felt. It doesn't need any edging or anything with felt. You don't need to, you know, edge it. It won't fray, and it's quite stiff, so it will hold up well, like your curly bit will hold up well. Then we make sure you've got this bit, the upper part on the fold there, and we'll just draw around the rest of it. You need two bits, like you need two of these for the one for each shoe. She actually has quite big feet for a small doll. Then we need two soles. I'm just going to show you how to do one shoe because you do both shoes the same. So you should have two soles and two upper sections of your shoe. They can be hand sewn. I guess you could probably glue them if you wanted to, but yeah, I do think stitching is better. And then the upper part, remember to don't cut the bit where it's folded, keep that as it is, and cut your upper part out. I'm always a little bit cautious, and I'm going to cut it a little bit longer just to make sure it's going to go around the sole of the, I mean it should do, but I'm always extra cautious. So for each shoe you'll end up with a piece of fabric that looks like this. This is the right side of the fabric and this is the wrong side with the pen on it. So I'm going to start at the front of my shoe. Here's the front of my shoe. Roughly find the middle, and then I'm going to stitch. You can either do it by hand or on your machine. You can do it on your machine because I did mine on my machine, and slowly stitch that upper to the sole just like this all the way around. To the back. You see, it's a good job I added a bit extra because it wouldn't have been long enough otherwise. So all the way around like that. When you get to the back, you can join your seam. Make sure you do leave extra, look, 'cause I haven't left mine long enough. It only just meets at the back, look. Yeah, so make sure you do cut a little bit extra fabric there. And once we've stitched that all into there like that, we'll then stitch the back of the shoe up here, just a straight line there, and then we need to stitch this curvy bit as well. So we'll stitch down here, around, and then around to the seam there, to the join there. So down here, around to the point, and then around to the seam, to the edge there. I'll show you this inside out. So you can see how I've stitched my sole to the upper like that, stitched the back up, and then I stitched around my curve as I showed you. This is how mine looks on the shoes I've got already. I just did it like that. And then you turn your shoe inside out and you're done, apart from decorating to your taste. So I hope that was useful to someone. It can be done on any size doll, just follow the same instructions, you know, for the size of doll you've got, size of doll foot that you've got. I was asked by Tina's Reborns if these dolls will fit 18-inch doll shoes, and the answer to that, I'm afraid, is no. They won't touch. I won't touch them. They're way too small for the one I've got, Torrida. She's a 17-inch one, and I don't have any of the smaller ones. I don't know whether their feet are smaller or not. But once you've done that, pop your shoes on, and as I say, decorate to your taste. I still need to decorate Torridas, but yeah, I've been busy doing other things and I've not gotten around to it yet. So yeah, there we go. I hope that was useful to someone. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.